Hello and welcome back. This is Gonna Be Debt Free. And one of the ways that I am gonna be debt free is by doing a debt tracker update every month to track my progress, to have visuals that show me how my progress looks visually, and to do the actual math to make sure that I am on track and paying attention to my debts. So to start off with, I've paid off my Home Depot I paid that off on the last update. So this time I'm starting with my American Express personal loan, which is my debt of focus. So I did write in, we ended here with the interest after biweekly 14, which left me a balance of $22,466. Then biweekly 15, I did my regular payment of $500 and my regular snowball. And then on biweekly 16, I had my regular payment, which was $500. And then my snowball, instead of my regular $1,100, was down to $800. And it was $800 because I had an emergency vet bill that I chose to take from my snowball instead of leaving a hole in my emergency fund. So, do some math and get new totals. So, oh, and I need to do, in case I forget, I need to do interest. Okay. So, I was at $22,466, and I made a $500 payment, which brought me down to $21,966. And then I made my $1,100 snowball, which brings me down to $20,866, which is what I carry forward to this side. So at $20,866. Then my last biweekly, I paid a $500 biweekly towards my $1,000 minimum, which brought me down to $20,366. And then I paid my reduced $800 snowball, which brought me down to $19,566. I need to calculate the interest, and when I calculate interest, I go back to my last interest payment, which was $22,466, and I multiply that by 5.98%, which gives me an annual number that I then divide by 12. So for the month, I was at 123 before. Now that I'm making bigger chunks, it's dropping bigger. So 111, I'm going to round that up to 112. So I add in the 112. So to the $19,566, I add $112, which brings me up to $19,678. I'm below 20,000. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, and then we'll go forward and do my truck. So for biweekly 15, I made my standard $300 payment, $600 a month. I rounded up, so I pay half every time. And then on biweekly 16, I also paid $300. So, oh, and then I have interest. So from 30,560. I can subtract my $300 payment, which gets me down to 30,260. And my second $300 payment, which gets me down 29,960. Oh, but I have interest. So I have interest on 30,560 at 5.99%, which gets me, whoa, a crazy number. 30,560 times 5.99% gets me an annual number. I divide by 12. So I need to add back in $152 in interest. Dang, that's gonna push me back up. So 29,960 plus 152 is 30,112. I'm close. Next month I'll be below 30,000, which is awesome. Okay. So then I need to bring those numbers forward into my tracker. So last time I did this, I paid off my Home Depot. So I have biweekly 15 and biweekly 16. So my American Express personal loan, I ended biweekly 15 at $20,866. 20,866. And then I ended biweekly 16 at $19,566. And on my truck, I ended biweekly 15 at $30,260. And biweekly 16, I ended my truck at $29,960. So now we do some math. Oh, I only have to add 2 numbers. That's so nice. So at the end of biweekly 15, I used 20,866 plus the 30,260 means I ended biweekly 50 at $51,126. And at the end of biweekly 16, I was at 19,566 plus 29,960 equals 49,526. And I just broke 50,000. Oh, so I am below 20,000 on American Express. I am below 50,000 on my total. And if it weren't for the interest, I'd be below 30,000 on my truck. Oh, it's so, what a relief. Oh, so much happiness. So much happiness. Okay, so it's time to update the trackers. So last time I finished off the Home Depot and colored it all the way up to the top. And I start mine at the bottom and I fill it up as I go. So now I need to do my American Express personal loan. So at biweekly 15, I was at 20,866. Ooh. So I get to go all the way up to this one for biweekly 15. And biweekly 16 was at 19,566. So it means I get a color up to that one. There. Ooh, I want to color these in. Wahoo! I went a lot of weeks where I couldn't even color in one row. And now that this is my debt of focus, I have a feeling I'm always going to get to color in at least 1 or 2 rows as I move forward and keep my snowball focused on this one. But, oh, that feels so good. And then there is my truck. So, I ended at week 15 at 30,260, which means I get to color this row. And I ended bi-weekly 16 at 29,9, which means I get to color this row. Okay. So I will color those in and I will be right back. Oh, I gotta color a row each time. That's really nice. I don't always get to do that. And then I get to color in my overall. So I ended bi-weekly 15 at 51,126, which is just barely above that dark line. That's my $50,000 mark. And I ended bi-weekly 16 just below that same line, so we'll get it there. Oh, below 50,000. Okay, so I will color these in and I will be right back. Okay. Oh, I'm below the 50,000. I can't tell you how amazingly happy I am. When I started at 134,000, I made some pretty big chunks this spring, and I'm making smaller increments now. And I even had to take a hit on my regular snowball this last time, but I am still making progress. And I'm going to stay focused on the progress that I am making, that I've crossed another milestone of $50,000, and I keep chunking it down. And that's exactly why I do both the math and the trackers, so that I make sure I'm staying on top of all of the numbers, because money is about numbers. But having the visual helps me see where I'm making progress, how I'm making progress, and is really, these are way more motivating than just the plain numbers. Doing the actual trackers really, really helps me see it and visualize it and remember it so much better. And so I challenge you, if you're on your journey and you aren't doing trackers yet, I got these from, where is it? Again, debtfreecharts.com. And Heidi Nash is the one who owns the website, and she has ones that you can purchase, but she has a lot out there that are free. All of mine were free because I just couldn't justify spending money on when I had so much debt when I started. But once I'm debt free, I'm going to go in and buy. She's got some just great stuff. So once I'm debt free, I'll go in and make the purchases as a sign of gratitude, because I really am very grateful. And speaking of gratitude, I am still doing the giveaway. Each YouTube check that comes, as long as it's at least $100, they'll send me a check. And lately they've been just over, but I'm crossing that threshold. And I'm doing a $100 Amazon gift card as gratitude. If you subscribe, like, and comment, I will do a drawing each month for the next few months as a sign of gratitude. I am so grateful for this community, for all of the inspiration that I've gotten from so many great YouTubers, but especially for those of you who watch my videos and make such great comments and have just been so amazingly supportive. That really does make a difference in helping me continue to do the videos, which holds me accountable and keeps me moving forward. I don't know that I would still be doing these trackers if I didn't start on this journey and get such great support with you. I think I would just been like, I've only got a couple debts, now I can handle it, I don't need to write it down. But I'm telling you, writing it down makes a difference. especially for me. It makes a difference in me continuing to stay so focused, to not steal from my snowball for frivolous stuff, but to just stay really tight and gazelle focused on heading towards debt free. So go ahead and enter the giveaway, and I will catch you next time.